Okay. I wanted to FaceTime you because I want to go through my craft closet, and I feel like the only way to do so is if someone holds me accountable. Otherwise, I won't. So I'll show you what we're working with here. Okay. This is my craft closet. I'll flip you sideways. We have clearly it needs some help, because you know what the other thing is, I also have an issue in here that needs to be resolved, and I literally went through this closet like 2 weeks ago. So we'll get to that later because I think this is the priority. So what the deal that we have here is there's some yarn up at the top. I don't even know what's in some of these bins. Some pottery stuff, and I don't even know what's in those. This is like art stuff that I have it hung on my walls in this place, my sewing machine, and I think fabric. I don't really know what's in most of these bins, except for like the fact that they're crafts. So, okay. I'm gonna set you up right here, I think. Maybe a little lower. Okay, so the plan is I just dropped Elmer off at the groomer a half hour ago. So I probably have like 2 hours to do this. And I'm hoping I can do it in time. But if not, we can FaceTime another day. And yeah, I think the first step is just to take everything out. I really don't have a plan, and maybe that's not good. I just kind of wanted to do this today because I have no idea like what yarn I have. Let me get a chair. Oh, shoot, maybe I should get a bin. Sorry, this is a little chaotic. I hope you don't mind. Let's see what we have up here. So, where should I put you? Like that for now? Okay, I thought I had some clear plastic bins, but I do have these black baskets. Okay. Also, I feel like I need to do something with my hair. It's gonna be annoying, I already know. This is not the right scrunchie for this. Is this ugly? It's kind of cute. Okay. Enough stalling. Okay. Where were we? Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna take everything out. Let's grab a bin. Yeah, I'm excited to talk through my crafting history, and I have some projects coming up that like I want my sewing machine and some other things for, and so we could just have cleaner. Oh my god, I had a thing of pure gint. That's so annoying. I was doing that Vilma top in the brown pure gint, and I stopped doing it because I needed one more ball, and I guess I had one up here, so that's fun. That's good that I have an extra one, because I was thinking about making slippers, like felted slippers, and I don't really have that many, or that might be the only wool I have really. Oh, I have some languishing whips in here, my first knits you'll get to see, because I don't think I've showed you before. Oh. Okay, that's not that bad in terms of yarn that's just floating around. There's only 2 bins of it so far. These These are what I got for my grandma's cardigan. It's the Knitting for Olive Merino in Eucalyptus, and then Knitting for Olive Cashmere in Dusty Aqua. And these are like kind of her favorite colors, but I really didn't like how the swatch turned out. But that's when we're not what we're focusing right now. So I'm just gonna put those in the third bin so I don't lose them. Oh, and I think this is the remainder of them. Okay, I'll just put this bag in here. And then I also got an order in a fiber MacGyver that I'm gonna use for my mom's cardigan in green. And I already swatched for that, and I'm really happy with how that one came out, at least. That's good. This is a pillow I made, so we'll just start a pile on the ground, I guess. What's this? Oh. This is a bag of all the first knitting needles. Here, I'll show you. I got before I got my interchangeable set. And I got them from Seattle Be Creative. So I'm wondering if I could just bring them back to them. Probably. Okay. Can you see me over here? You can. This could just be my little scrap bin for now. Alrighty. Then, oh my gosh. You guys remember this? This was in my first podcast because I wanted to do a little egg yolk sock. It's actually not bad. Actually, I've been wanting to make white socks or cream socks because that's what I gravitate towards most in my like not handmade sock collection. This is a bag of thread I got from Goodwill a while ago, which is like if you need some thread for sewing, look at Goodwill's like craftsy section because this has like so many colors that I like wouldn't have normally just bought, and now if I like have a sewing project that I want to do, I just like have the thread color or close enough one. So this, okay, some more swatches, some more my Vilma top swatch. This was a swatch for my Zakuri cardigan, my polka dot sheep yarn. This is a bin of like pens and markers, which is probably fine to keep as is. Look how cute this one is. It's a little apple. Okay. Pens. That's probably fine in that bin. Okay, I have some old notebooks. What are these? Oh my goodness. This is the problem with having like cleaning out stuff is you get distracted. I had some ideas for sewing projects a long time ago that I never did. Okay. What's this one? That's a pretty color. Oh. This was supposed to be a drawing journal. Let's see what I have. I like did some abstract things from things I saw on Pinterest. A couple years ago I did linocut. I did linocut postcards for my Christmas gifts. This is one of them. But this is like the page where I was sketching out all of the ideas that I had for them. This one's the best one though. Like this one came out so cool. I'm really proud of it. And linocut is actually one of the, sorry, I'm like out of, you can't see me. Linocut is actually one of the things that I want to do for a project that I have in mind soon. So part of the reason I'm doing this is for that. Keep those there. But I want to make little tags to put in the backs of my knitwear, and I want to linocut like some kind of made by me type logo of sorts and stamp them on like linen fabric, and maybe, I don't know, so like to make it so they don't fray, and then stitch it into the back of my knits. But I want to linocut something, so I think one of these bins coming up is my linocut stuff. Oh yeah, it's right there. Okay, but first, this is crayons, markers, colored pencils. I feel like these are all just things that you have to have, but I don't like use them very often. I'm not like I'm not a big drawing artist. I like the other kinds, or where you need to draw in order to do something else. Like I like sketching an idea, but not like drawing or painting as like the final thing. But here's my line of cut stuff. Ugh. I do want to show you them though, because it's pretty fun. Whoa. Okay, so I have these are the stamps that I made to make the line for the postcard, to like put the stamp and the address. And then these were some of my original lino cuts. So this is the one that I showed you. It's like an orchid in a vase. This one I did for my brother and sister-in-law and their 2 kids, my niece and nephew. It's baby shark family. That was cute. This one is the Ritter Range, which is a mountain range near Thousand Island Lake in the Sierras for my parents. This one is our family dog Rocket. And I think that's all of the ones that I did. But I have like blank ones, and I have a whole bunch of postcards if I wanted to make more. I have the like rollers for the paint and a bunch of different sizes for like the lino cut things. But yeah, this was a few years ago now, I think. So I haven't touched this in a while. But yeah, I want to make mini ones for the tags in my knits. So this one is probably fine as is, this spin. Okay. Let's bring out these big boys here. These are the bins from Design Within Reach, I think. So if you're like needing to get some cute bins, honestly, I think I spent a lot of money on a whole bunch of them. But I do like them. The only problem is they don't like easily line up. They like stack really nicely, but it's not easy to line up if you're like sliding them in and out of like this cupboard. So now you can't see me there. This, I believe, has some of my sewing stuff. Here's another little baby swatch for my Zakuri cardigan. This was if I held 1 strand of the polka dot sheep yarn variegated. And then this one was if I held 2. And I ended up holding 2. Little scrap bag. Whoa. What is this? This must have been like for one of my first times ever swatching. Anybody know what this stitch is? Because I don't. But I was holding this is so funny because in my last video I literally was talking about how I've been kind of into marling, and this is the exact marl that I was talking about, where it's like a dark blue with a light blue mohair or something, like slightly off colors. That's really funny. This is the same that I use for my cloud sweater. The Blue Sky Fibers organic cotton worsted in the color Bay Leaf. This is Malabrigo Verano in the light blue color that I used for my Olga sweater, but originally I was going to make the clematis sweater, and I have this mohair that's like not even like a ball of mohair. It's like, it looks like it's on a spool of thread, and I knit a little swatch of it and I hated it, so that's that one. Oh, this must be another one with another mohair. I'm happy I didn't end up making that because I don't think this color is quite right. This was a swatch that I did like my first time trying a stripe, and I believe this is just sock yarn. Oh my gosh, this is so fun. This is a swatch as well. I don't know what this is. This is Malabrigo Verano and a royal blue mohair. This is like the color that I'm wanting to knit. That is so funny that I'm like kind of consistent. But I think I was trying to do brioche because I did make a balaclava in this yarn combo that I'm excited to bring back out. But it's cotton. Like a cotton mohair balaclava doesn't really make sense. This is green yarn that's acrylic, I think, when I just thrifted. It's a nice color, but I hate the feel of it, so I might redonate that. This is the Malabrigo Verano. You can tell by all of these that I just kind of swatched, like not a full swatch. They're just like strips. Okay, this one I was experimenting holding an orange mohair with a pink yarn. I don't know what that pink yarn is. This is the black chunky cotton. I think I still have a label, but I used this for my first cardigan, like the first sweater I ever completed, I think, and it's just cotton. That I might frog and use something else. Okay, and this is a swatch of the organic cotton worsted in bay leaf that I had with a mohair that I originally got for this. That's like a really nice quality mohair, and I don't think I still have the label, but it kind of changes colors a little bit. But when I was at the beginning, like knitting at the beginning, I didn't really know that like cotton and mohair isn't like the right combo. So yeah. Okay, I swapped it, and all my swatches are in this bin, and my scraps are in a little bag. I think that makes more sense. Oh my god. I made this a few months ago because I was playing around with the idea of coming up with my own motif for a sweater, and so I just used some scraps that I had. But I made this pansy on stitch fiddle, I think, with a couple of scrap yarns that I had, but I actually really like it. I think it's pretty cute. Okay, it's gonna take forever if I'm like looking at everything and being like, "Aw," with nostalgia, but that's just what this is, I guess. This is the first sock that I ever tried making. This is so bad. This is so bad. Look at this toe. What am I, an elf? That I tried making with a bunch of like not even the same yarn weight scraps that are just like yarn that I have, and like completely different fiber contents. I think I have the full one somewhere, so we'll get to it in a second. It's so ugly. It's so ugly. This This is the same yarn that I used for my Lotta shorts, the Aqualogus Summer Gold or whatever. But I want to frog this because I want to use this yarn mixed with my Knitting for Olive cotton merino in the navy blue that I was originally making my June bug top out of, and potentially do a striped short, like a navy and white striped shorts. So that's helpful to have and know where it is. This is this is supposed to be a beanie. Could you imagine that? That this is a beanie? Like, what is this? I'm literally Toad. That's terrible. That's really terrible. And there's an empty bin, and that's exciting. What's in here? Oh my god. Literally, who knew that I just stored cash away? What am I, like 80 years old? How am I finding like so much money in random places? Oh, my photos. Okay. So this is just like documentation. This can all stay in this bin and I'm not going to go through it. Okay. And now we have some of the things that I bought for the sewing project, which is sparking why I need to go through this, because I mentioned it in my last podcast, but I want to make a little treat pouch for walking Elmer. So I got these like silver buckles, this olive green strap, and some fabric for it. This is yarn for my blanket. I'm like definitely gonna need more because I think this is all I have left. Okay, that's fine. I haven't really been working on that because I ran out of red and the next square is red, and then I got red, but they didn't have the one that I normally get, and so I had to get a thinner one, and then I have to hold a double, and there's just a lot of excuses and new projects, and you can't really blame me. Okay, it's not in a hurry. Who's asking for it? Me. Okay. Precarious sewing machine needles and this little weird sponge that like came with my sewing machine because my grandma gave it to me. I don't know why they're precariously in like a really rough sponge, okay? Don't ask me. I'm feeling a little sassy all of a sudden. I don't really know what to do with all this shit. When was the last time you used a stapler? Like, in all honesty. Okay. Just cords. I love the little like tubes that film comes in. So I always keep them, but then it's like, for what? I guess I could keep beads in them now that I'm a beater. I have my stockings. Are you having fun? Because like, how fun is it for me to like take batteries out? I have some cute little Polaroids. Oh, my old kitchen. Cute. Okay. Then I have this bin, which is my tattoo bin. So I have like cleanser, stick and poke needles, ink, that sort of thing, all in this bin, because there was a phase where I was wanting to venture into like stick and poke tattoos, and I did one on myself. I'll show you. Sure. Okay. It's this little butterfly flower thing that I drew a while ago, and I unfortunately picked a portion of my body that like is hard to physically see myself, so yeah. So that's that. I really am happy with how it turned out, and I want to do more, but I'm a little scared. Plus, it's like there's no way I could do that with Elmer around. Absolutely no way. Okay. Then we have this bin, which is my glazes and pottery stuff, which I think that I do need to go through because a lot of my glazes are dried out at this point. But we can just leave it as is for now. These are my duck art. In my last apartment, I had a whole wall of ducks and geese art, and I like absolutely love these. And I need to find a home for them here because like they're so freaking cute. I love them. I did hang up my goose one there, and I think it's really cute, but I don't really know what wall to put it on because like I guess I could put it here. Let me do the half zoom. Also, this is what's happening right now. So I don't really know how everything's gonna go back there. But yeah, I don't really know where to put these, but I still love them. Oh, you can't really see. Sorry. Okay. We're making progress though. What's this one? Oof. What do you do about this? It's just like so knotted probably. What the heck am I supposed to do? Here's a swatch for my Sabai top. I guess I could unravel this for my quilt too. What's this one? Okay, this is paint. Oh my gosh, here's some black buttons. Oh, I might use these as replacements for my Vilma top. Okay, so this is just painting stuff. What's in this one? This little bag is suede dye or suede stain because I stained my bloodstones because I had the brown ones and then I wanted the gray ones, and so I got black and gray to stain my bloodstones with, and they came out like great. They came out like how the gray ones actually look, but now I want the brown ones. So what am I supposed to do with this now? It's like, am I going to use this again? I don't know. Probably not. This is the new bin that I got for my new hobby of beading. Not that kind of beading. Icky. This is fabric that used to be my bed sheets, and I cut it up into like some pieces, not all of it, because I was originally going to change it to be a shower curtain, but it's my favorite color, and I would have kept them as bed sheets, but they ripped in the center, and so this is from Bed Threads, and they sent me a new one, which is nice. But I'm thinking that this is what I'm going to use to make my little tags for my clothing because it's linen. Or, yeah, my tags for my knitwear. So, my Swift and my ball winder. And this is random lampshade. For what lamp? Literally, what lamp is this for? Although I did use it for a funny photo shoot in my old apartment. I'll send you some of those pictures. Okay, and then I think this bottom portion is a lot of decor and stuff. What's this? Oh, this is my buttons. Yeah. Okay. That honestly, I should probably like figure out and donate. I'm not gonna show you every little thing because otherwise it'll take forever. But I don't know what to do with this stuff. I guess put it in the attic. Now I have absolutely no idea what's in these bins. Oh, sorry. Oh no. It's just like random clothes. Shoot. I hate the smell of like binned clothes, you know? I don't really know what to do with these. The attic. That's not good. I think it's just like I want this to be organized for right now, and then I'll have to have a separate time where I actually go through everything. Oh my god. I literally have clay in here. Alright. This bin. Oh my god, it is incredibly dusty under there. Oh, this is an empty bin, pretty much. And then this is a sheet that I painted as like a tapestry. Just like that, like leaf kind of motif over it. And it is really pretty. I could hang this up. I think it's just like tapestry is such like a dated thing now. It doesn't really feel right. But this is still really pretty. It also could be cute in like a kid's bedroom. Okay, that means that this bin is pretty much empty as well. This could be a yarn bin. Could be. Okay, and then my sewing machine. I'll just set it there because she's heavy. Okay, come with me to get my vacuum. And then you could look at everything from the other direction. Is this too chaotic of a video for you guys? Let me know. That's gross. And then we can discuss how we should organize everything. Okay, this is what we're working with. We got this bin that's clear and empty. That could be for yarn. We got a lots of art stuff that might go in the attic. We got another clear bin, but there's no lid. So that could be like active projects, potentially. Two big white bins that are empty right now. We have some random stuff, my yarn, these baskets, and individual craft hobbies. So what I'm kind of thinking is the crafts that I don't normally do will be up there. So maybe my tattoo bin and my like painting bin, not my glaze one, but my painting bin up there. Let's just try that. I'm just gonna start putting them back because otherwise I'll be here all day if I like go through everything, because I don't really want to go through like all of the paints that I own and like all the like I don't really want to do that today, but I do need to do that at some point. So these two, which are my pens, I don't really want yarn at the very bottom because that's like Elmer's level of accessible, unless I put it in that big clear bin at the bottom. My linocut bin. And then I have my glaze bin. My beads. Beads, sewing buttons. Well, now what? What do I do? Okay, we're making some progress. I think we mostly have yarn left and the other stuff. So let's go through my yarn. And I think for now they can just live within this bin. So let's see where I'm gonna prop you up. Yeah, so this orange acrylic blend, I'm gonna use this for my fish, my Ribka fish pouch for my poop bag holder that I'm exploring. And then I'm gonna get rid of this because I don't really want to work with it, but I think it's fine for that purpose. But I honestly don't know how much of it I have, so this is like bulky. This is Loopy Mango Big Cotton. And it's a really bulky black cotton. I don't know how I'm going to use that, but it might be nice to have. This was a secondhand wool, I think. This is black hemp. It's cotton hemp modal blend. But I think I only have this one like little skein. I don't really know what to use it for. I could do a colorwork bandana or something. I also have this little bit that's also that same hemp, I think, cotton linen, and I'm using this in my linen washcloth. This I can donate. Okay, I also have this navy fluffy yarn. I think that this is nice yarn, and I think it's in the same realm as this. So I think it's cotton, and I used this to make a Sophie scarf a while ago. Okay, this is the leftover from my Augustine's number 4 or whatever number. So this is nice yarn. It is nice yarn. So yeah, I also have a bunch of this pink Bernat 100% acrylic yarn. This I think I can donate. Here we go. The missing whip. My first ever sock in this horrible yarn combination. It's so bad. But you gotta start somewhere. So, also for the record, did you see that? Made in the bin. This is what I was talking about, the spool of mohair. So, oh, this is my like little mohair pile. I have a couple spools of it. It's kind of a fun combo. And I have this royal blue mohair as well. I actually really like my mohair combo. I was thinking about doing the loopy striped cardigan maybe, because I have all these scraps, but I believe this is the acrylic wool blend I used for my Norma sweater. Some more of that cotton. This is the yarn that I used to crochet the little bag that I brought on my last trip. I don't know if you saw on Instagram, but it was like my dressy bag. And this is what I would use to make any bag in the future. It's like cord more than yarn. So that's kind of its own category. Here's more of that boucle yarn. This Actually, I think this is knitting for olive merino. Rowan felted tweed. This is I'm using for my boyfriend's sock. This is, I want to say it's Madeline Tosh, but I could be wrong. But it's like this sagey green yarn with like orange specks, and I thought it was really cute. But every time I've tried to knit with it, I like end up not liking how it ends up looking. So I think I've tried making a beanie. I've tried socks, and I did a rib cup pouch sample with it. I think I'm just gonna destash it, even though I think it is good quality. I haven't really liked it. This is also acrylic. This is also knitting for olive. Merino. Okay, Peer Gynt. This is a scrappy scarf that I started at the beginning of this year. And I believe I was double knitting it. So it's 2 layers. I really like this section where it's blue and cream stripes. And I was just using like my random yarns, but I really don't like it. What is this? This I feel like is either 100% cotton. I don't know why I'm smelling it, like that would help me know. I really don't know, but I don't think it's acrylic. This feels like cotton. This is a swatch from my semi. This was holding it double, which I can't remember if I actually did or not. I don't know what I'm going to do with this yarn because this is like an acrylic wool blend from my Norma sweater. Do I just donate this? Like, someone would finish it, right? Or I'll just put it in my bin of sad things. Sad things in there. And that's like projects that I'm actually working on. So I think I can move those into here. That would be helpful. And then this bin here can be all of this stuff. Here, I'll show you it all. Oh, hi. Here's the collection of everything. Here's my little donate bag. Oh shoot, you know what? I also have all of these yarns too. Okay, we'll get to that in a second. Let's finish up putting these in a bin. Okay. I don't really know the best way to organize these in just like one giant bin. But at least if it's all in one bin, I could see everything if I like am going to get something. Maybe I'll just start putting stuff in here. Yeah, I think this is just gonna end up being kind of a dumping ground for now. Oh, there's a lot of room in here actually, which is good because I have that whole other closet full of yarn. More like active projects. I just lay my active stuff on top. I think that I do need to go through the yarn in my other closet as well. Okay, so this bin was clothes. This one, like random clothes. And I have a bunch of bins of clothes in this closet. So instead of like having it go up in the storage, I'm going to clear out my yarn stuff from this closet. And then this bin can go in here. So I guess you can say there. Part of the problem is I don't really know how I want to store my finished knits. So they're just kind of like in here. And it was a nice system at one point. And then literally like 2 days ago. And now it's like a nightmare. So guys, I got Noro yarn in Dallas. I got the Noro Compito. Just like one chunk of it. This feels like it should be called a chunk. And I really don't know what I'm going to do with it. I was debating maybe doing like socks or something, but it has like silk in it. I don't know if silk makes sense in socks or not. But I didn't want to buy too much of it because it is a little bit expensive. Why do I have dirty clothes in here? That's concerning mental health wise. Yarns. Okay. This is the other yarn I got in Dallas. It's like this Juniper Moon Farm Ultimate Pima Cotton in this yellow color. Because I was predicting that I would run out of yellow for my Stella quilt blanket. And this yellow has like kind of a greenish undertone, which I thought was nice compared to like the warmth of the other yellows I have. Then there's this yarn. I can't really do this with one hand. My wing yarns. It's trash now. Okay. Failed. Oh. I'm so sorry. You're gonna fall again. And this is now my big yarn bin. That is a lot of stash yarn. The whole bin is full. I got these little bags from Seattle Be Creative, and I wish I got more of them because they're perfect lip bags where like you can still kind of see what's inside them, but it's not like clear, just clear plastic. So I think I want to keep my active lips in there now, which will be really nice. And then we have my closet to deal with a little bit. Okay, and these are my blocking mats. Okay. Then these can house my knits. All right, so let's do some summer tops. Top. You guys can't really see. And then the curry cardigan. My cloud sweater. My oldest sweater. My frog tee. And my velvet top. Oh my god, so cute on my knit. I'll show you. Oops. So cute. Ignore all of that mess. And that's a bin of old knits too that I need to go through. But that's cute. For now, at least. Why is flash on? Okay. Well, I think I'm gonna leave it off like here. So I have, what did I have? My tattoo bin and painting. I have pens and markers. I have some office stuff, some like documentation stuff. my linocut stuff, which will be easy to access when I want to do that project. Some random stuff in here. These are my glaze bin, and then I have my knitting bin, my sewing bin, and my whip bags, and my bead kit. This is like fabrics and all my yarn stash in one bin, my sewing machine, my blocking mats. So that like is so much better than how it used to be and so much more usable, which is going to be so nice. And then the only thing else is I have to donate that little bag of yarn, and I need to figure out where to put my Christmas stuff. That is trash. And I guess my Christmas stuff and my wrapping paper. And then I need to go through this bag because it's just like a bunch of miscellaneous stuff. But I could do that on my own time. So that is so much better. And then in this closet, I have just my finished knitwear. And then everything else are just like clothes that I need to like go through. And I know it looks like I don't have very many clothes, but that's because all my clothes are in this dresser mostly. So that's about it. All right, well, I gotta go pick up Elmer, I think, so I'm gonna let you go. But I enjoyed this little FaceTime hang video. I know this was very chaotic, but it's a more real perspective on like how I reorganize my stuff. I think this was enough for me to like get a little bit more organized and get ready for some of the projects that I want to do coming up. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this like chill video. But yeah, I also just wanted to say thank you so much for all the like positive thoughts and stuff on my last video. I really enjoyed that one, and that's more of the style of content that I'm like headed in, I think. But I also just want to be like more real. Yeah, I'll let you go. So thanks for watching. Bye.